All right, everybody, today we are grinding down the concrete to get it prepped for the epoxy that we're going to be putting in the studio. So we have a vacuum. It's going to keep suction going the whole time to try to keep the dust to a minimum. I already started in this corner. You can see where it starts to grind. I'm going to try to make it as even as possible, but the whole point is to take away this top layer of polished concrete to make the concrete more porous? I don't know. To make the concrete more porous so it'll absorb the vapor barrier and also the epoxy better. I've read a lot and watched a lot of videos on this stuff over the last few weeks, and it's telling me that if the concrete is not porous, then it won't actually have a good adhesion with the epoxy, so we'll have raised spots, and eventually it'll start to chip away, which we don't want. We want this to work the first time, so we don't have to ever do it again. So yeah, shout out to Sunbelt. They rented me that floor grinder. They gave me the diamond plate discs that I needed, and they also rented me this vacuum cleaner. So beautiful day to start to work on this thing. So let's make it happen.
Bring me to the surface, let me breathe the air. Sunk into the bottom depths of my despair. And it was more than an honest mistake, the way you put me in a darker place. Broken thoughts that I can't erase. I've given up on giving up slowly. Pieces now been beaten down. Don't know if I'm ever gonna be what I have set out to be. All the times that I could barely survive now.
So the floor is completely grinded down. Did what I could to get as close to the edge as possible. So it's time to vacuum up and then mop to clean this area up before we can put down our vapor barrier coat and then epoxy.
Can't find the will to fight, so throw me in against take my life. 'Cause you can't kill what's already died.
All right, everyone, today is the day. I'm going to be putting down all the epoxy. So we're starting with a moisture barrier epoxy, so that'll stretch throughout this entire room. And I need to let that kind of cure a bit. Still going to be tacky when I put down the rest of the epoxy, but I need at least 4 to 6 hours for that to happen, according to what I've been reading and the instructions. Once again, shout out to Epoxy Hub. They hooked me up. I got all the colors I need, hopefully. Gonna be doing a black and cocoa. So it'll be like a cocoa metallic, so it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. So yeah, looking forward to getting this thing done. And I will see you guys shortly.
And now it's just another day, new chapter on a torn up page. Won't listen to a word you say, knew more than you gave away. Keep me from letting go, so I guess you'll never know. All the times that I could barely survive, now I can't find the will to fight, so
All right, guys, the floor is almost finished curing, which is awesome. I had to add some patches in certain areas. That's more of a fresh puddle right here, right there, a little bit of the gray here, and a couple more spots around, like this edge towards the front. Overall, very happy with it. You can see some smudges on the floor from us walking around, but that'll go away because I have to sand this floor down before I can add the polyurethane top coat. So it won't be as shiny, but it'll still be able to see the graphics or the design very well through the polyurethane coat. So it's going to make it like a semi-gloss, so almost a half matte, half gloss. Pretty excited about that, but this looks so cool. Certain parts of the room look cooler than others, but the design came out really cool. I know I keep saying cool. Cool. Anyway. Yeah, so I'll be sanding this down. They say to do that to make sure that the polyurethane sticks. And after watching a bunch of videos on this stuff, it doesn't affect the artwork at all. So you'll still see all this cool stuff. But yeah, floor is almost finished, and then we can get back to the walls and ceiling. We already have the material for that, just waiting to be installed. So stay tuned for more, guys, and hopefully the next time I talk to you, I'll be moving some drums in. What's going on, everybody? So the next step in getting this floor ready for my studio is going to be sanding this epoxy down a bit. You can see I already have some spots where I sanded with a hand sander because I knew there were high spots. But the goal is to sand it down and then do a polyurethane coat on top for high traffic. So this nice shiny floor won't be scratched up or anything, and it's actually going to have more of a satin matte look to it when I'm finished. So after getting some of those by hand, I went and rented a floor sander, put 220 grit paper on it, about to do this whole floor. Then once that's done, clean it up with a Swiffer and a duster, make sure it's nice and smooth, and then it'll be the polyurethane top coat that I'm putting down. Let that dry, and then I'll be able to start moving stuff in. Super excited, so let's go.
Push me, break me, you can never take me. Make me whatever you. Oh my God, I'm sick of this game. Gotta find someone to take the blame. My God, it's such a shame. Same face with a different name.
All right, everybody, this is the final step. As you can see, when I just showed you the floor, I had to sand it down to make sure there was good adhesion for the top coat, but we're about to do it. Wish me luck. About to mix the polyurethane. It's an A, B, and C part system, so I'll do A and B first. Add the C, which will give it that satin look at the very end, which was my goal, so it's not a high gloss. Let it dry, come back tomorrow and see how it did.
All the times